The compensation plan, sensational. Every member gets 3% of the deposits paid into the EXI bot, as long as they use what? Your referral link. If they use your referral link, you get 3%. Only condition is you need $100 trading. Who wants 3% when there's 5? Who wants 3% when there's 5 available? To get 5% on deposits, you need 7,500 in your total team. That's not just your customers, but it's theirs and theirs and theirs. Entire team. Now, what's this gray box over here at the right-hand side? What's this 3,000 mean? Okay, we don't cover this on the presentation. The 3,000 is the volume called legacy volume, and that's what the software in the back office is looking to find. It's looking for $3,000 to represent 40% of the total sale. You might not understand that. So for every dollar put into the bot, the software is looking for 40% of that dollar, which is $4. And when $3,000 is accumulated by the software, you reach Voyager. Now, I've grayed this box out because we don't need to know that. But people are asking, what's it there for? I'm basing my education on the total team sales, 7,500. Yeah? If I told you you need 3,000 of legacy volume, people say, what's legacy volume? Well, it's 40% of the whole amount. Well, how much is the whole amount? 7,500. So we don't need to go over here to this column. We can ignore that. But that's what it means. So when you see it in the back office, legacy volume, it's 40%. It's what the software is looking to upgrade you. But what we need is the full value, which is 7,500. Does that make sense? Now, if you have legacy volume and you didn't have the 7,500, how do you work it out? So let's say I said you've got 3,000 legacy volume. How much is that in total sales without looking? You multiply it by 2.5. What's 2.5 times 3? 7.5. 2 3s is 6, and half of 6 is 1.5, 7.5. $10,000 legacy volume. How much is that in real value? It's 2.5 times that, 25,000. Got it? So all we needed to work is the third column. Now, once you hit 7,500 of total sales, you get 5% on your personal customer deposits. But if one of your customers finds a customer, and you don't find that customer, they're getting 3, you get the difference. You get 2% on those customers and 2% to infinity levels. But you get 5% on your own customers because there's nobody in between you. But if they bring a customer, they get 3, you get 2. You get the override. It's the differential between where you are at 5 and where your customers are at 3. You got that? Now, good news is you don't need any more trading yourself. That same $100 does you, but you get all of your money back. You put in 100 in this example, you get your 100 straight back. You're out of risk. What's this 5% over here? Well, imagine you had $100 in the EXI bot and a friend of yours put a Bitcoin into Zeus. You will get 5% every day on what that customer makes in the Zeus bot with its Bitcoin, and you'll be paid in Bitcoin. What happens if one of your customers puts in 2 Ethereums and you don't have any Ethereum? You'll get 5% every day on what that Ethereum makes that customer. So you're getting 5% matching bonus on the profit of the team profit. So it's a daily matching bonus on the trading, even though you're not in the Zeus bot. All right. Now, who wants 5% when there's 7? How do you get 7%? You need $25,000 in total team trading in the EXI bot. Yeah. That gets you 7% on your personal customers. If one of your customers that you brought finds a customer, they're going to get 3%. You get 4% now. It's the difference from where you are and where your customer lands. You're getting this differential the whole way. Personal customers that you bring, they get 7%. But if one of them bring a customer, they're going to get 3. You get the difference between 7 and 3 is 4%. You got it? You got to have your own deposit move up now to 300 trading. You get a 500 cash bonus, and you get 7.5% every day on the trading profits of all your team members' profits. That could be Bitcoin, BNB, Ethereum, Pepe. All right? And if you understand what I've said, you understand the rest. The rest is just more volume. 62,500 of total team trading, put you on 9%, you get 1,000 bonus. Then you get a 2,000, then you get a 5, then you get a 10. Now, what people miss is the small print at the bottom. I put that in. What does it say? Legacy rank advancement requires team sales volume. This is the team sales volume, total team sales volume. Legacy rank, this is the ranks. The advancement requires team sales volume and has certain rank structure requirements across 3 separate legs. So we want to look at that. The other thing we want to know is once we reach Oracle, we get into the shareholder bonus. The company reserve 3.175% of every trading profit. They put it in a pool. And once you reach Oracle, you start sharing in the trading profits of all of the customers in the world. Not just your customers, not just your upline's customers, but those guys over cross line, sideline, any line, upline, downline, doesn't matter. All of the trading profits, 3.175%, is set aside. And once you reach Oracle, you start getting a share in everybody's. That's why it's good to build towards Oracle. I think Oracle is the first building block of the business. Building block is Voyager. The building block is Voyager, but the first sign of leadership is hitting that rank of Oracle. And congratulations to all of you that have achieved that. Now, I want you to think about this as well. If you have 3 people that achieved Voyager, you've done 22,500 in sales. You need 25 to go Vanguard. So if you have 3 people, you can help 3 people go Voyager. The first one, it's not going to happen on the same day, is it? One's going to go, and then 2 weeks later you get the next one, and then a month after you get the third. But by the time you get the third one, the first one will have done more volume. So it's quite easy to say that once you have 3 Voyagers, you're more than likely qualified to go Vanguard with 25,000. So all you have to do is help 3 people. You don't have to bring the 25,000 yourself. Help 3 people go Voyager. Now, if you help 3 people go Vanguard, yeah, what's 3 times 25? It's 75. How much do you need for Vanguard Pro? 62.5. You're overqualified by helping 3 people go Vanguard. Now, these 3 people don't have to be personal introductions. They don't have to be. They could be anywhere in depth on 3 separate legs. So you might introduce somebody who introduces somebody who introduces somebody. If there's your superstar, when they go Vanguard Pro, that's that leg qualified. So if you can help 3 people go Vanguard Pro, that's 187,000. You only need 125. If you can help 3 people go Nexus, and these could be the same people that went Voyager, help them grow to Nexus, that's 375,000 of volume. You only need 250 to go Oracle. Help 3 people go Oracle, anywhere in depth, that's 750,000. You only need 625 to go. So it's all about the number 3. Helping 3, helping 3, helping 3. And that's how you should rank up. Of course, when you go Elite, you get 20,000. Magnet, you get 50,000. And we had our good friend Lee get 100,000 2 or 3 days ago. He received his 100,000 instantly. He didn't have to call the company. He didn't have to ring anybody. It went straight into his wallet with a smart contract. Bang, 100,000 this week. Fantastic. And if you want to be one of Brian Benson's millionaires, all you need to do, Lee, is do 2 more ranks. Legend, Dominion, millionaire. You could do it inside a year. And anybody who applies themselves can do this inside a year. If it took you 2 years to be a millionaire, how bad? If it took you 3 years to be a millionaire, how bad? Are you a millionaire yet in 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years? This can do it faster. This is a financial vehicle that can take you from where you are to where you'd like to be. That's all it is. Just like your car takes you from A to B, from the house to the shop, this takes you financially from where you are now to where you'd like to be. But you've got to apply this. You've got to apply these things I'm teaching you. You've got to use these methods and work your way towards these ranks to pull in those bonuses. Good news is, starting on the 1st of January, they're going to calculate 10% of all the volume in the Zoo Spot, 10% average volume over there, will contribute to this. I want to see some people ranked up big time if you're promoting those products. And you've got from now to January to build as many customers into those products, guys. There's going to be a whole lot of rank ups, guys, when that happens. Now, let's talk about the qualifications again. So you need the volume, 25,000, 62.5. Remember the volume requirement, but there's also structural requirement. To be a Nova, you can build it on 1 leg. To be a Voyager, 1 leg. You don't need your second person introduced. To be Vanguard, 1 leg. You don't need to introduce a second person yet. But if you want to go Vanguard Pro, you need to have 2 people in your team. You have to introduce your second person by the 4th rank. Yeah. Now, to go from Vanguard Pro, you need 1 person registered, and you need somebody at Vanguard. You need 1 leg to be at Vanguard. All right. So it starts with Nova, Voyager, Vanguard. To go to Vanguard Pro, you need 1 person at Vanguard, and you need 1 new person. To go Nexus, you still only need 2 people, but both have to grow to Vanguard. Not even the person you introduced, but that leg has to have a Vanguard on it. If it's not your person, theirs or theirs or theirs counts. That's good. To go to Oracle, you still only need 2 legs. Yeah, but both of those legs, somewhere on them, have got to have a Vanguard Pro. Maybe it's somebody you introduced, or maybe somebody way down here that went Vanguard Pro. But as long as there's 2 Vanguard Pros and you have the volume, the legacy volume is 100,000 there, you go Oracle. Now, to go Prime, you need 3 legs. Now you have to introduce your 3rd person. You need 2 legs to go Nexus and 1 Vanguard. Elite is only 3 legs. Magnet, you only need 3 legs. Mythos, 3 legs. Legend, 3 legs. Dominion, 3 legs. And then the top ranks, you only need 2 legs. You've already 3 built, but the top ranks is very, very interesting. Now, when you hit the Voyager rank, you start picking up these bonuses. As a Nova, you don't get this matching daily bonus. You've got to hit Voyager to get that 5%. You've got to hit Vanguard to get the 7.5%. You can get up to 30% daily matching bonuses, and that's very exciting. Let's talk about the card. I want to talk about the Infinity card in particular. There will be 4 versions available: $33, $66, and $99. These are virtual cards. The AURUM Affinity card is $249. It requires no KYC. These cards do need KYC. These ones don't. These ones have the lowest loading fees, the lowest transaction fees, the highest commissions, and the biggest limits. So if you ever wanted the best house, the best car, the best holiday, the best watch, the best card, you go for the Infinity. Let's focus on Infinity. We know it works on the ATM machines. We know it works all around the world. What you do is you go to the Zeus spot, you open up Zeus, and you order your card on Telegram, okay? You can top up the card with your bot. So you can stop your bot trading, stop trading, top up card, you press this top up, you put in how much you want, maximum, all of it, or it'll take up to 100,000, but it'll only take 10,000 at a time. It'll take 10,000, and then you put another 10,000, another 10,000. It'll hold 100,000. Don't go over 100, because then they want to know who you are. They'll want to know your passport, your utility bill. But if you keep it under 100,000 a month, there's no KYC. So you just press top up card, and then your profit from the bot can go straight on. The other thing you can do is, if you've commission from the network and you want to put that on your card, just go top up, type in the amount you want, it goes onto your card. So I want to show you how we can build a business with this. Now, we get these notifications. Does anybody know where the notifications are or how to get them? Write it down. Go to settings. Go to notifications and go across to Telegram and turn on your Telegram notifications. And Telegram will send you every information. It'll say, Tom has logged in to the site. Tom has withdrawn $40. Tom has put in $200. Tom has stopped the bot. Tom has started the bot. Tom introduced Peter. Peter started the bot. Peter did a deposit of $100. Peter took out $100. You get these notifications. So go to settings and go up there and you turn on your notifications if you want. And that's a good thing. So when you're having coffee tomorrow and your phone goes bing, oh, I just made money. What's that? I just made some money. What are you having? I'll have a chocolate muffin. Okay, thanks. Bing. Oh, gee, I just made money. What? How are you making money? Well, does your phone make you money? Your phone doesn't make you money. What are you doing with the phone if it doesn't? Does your phone cost you money? Yeah, I have to pay a bill every month. Oh, this phone's making me a fortune. Oh, well, I've got this special app. You know, have you heard of Telegram? Yeah, I'm on Telegram. I've got these bots here, and it just pings me every time. Ding! Oh, there it goes again. Makes money all the time. So there's a tool that'll help you get business. because you didn't want to ask your customer. You didn't want to ask your friend with coffee, do you want to join your business? You've got to do attractive marketing, attraction marketing. Be attractive. Yeah. Bing. What's that? Oh, more money. Yeah. How do I get a phone that does that? Well, I'll show you how to get it. If I send you a link to some information, will you watch it? Yeah, I'll send you the link. What are you doing at 8 o'clock tomorrow night? Okay, could you go to a quiet place in the house, turn off all distractions? What? Yeah, turn off social media, right? You serious? Yeah, turn off social media. I want you to log in on a computer. What? Yeah, I want you to see the big screen, right? Okay. And I want you to have pen and paper. Are you serious? That's very serious. Right, okay. And then you got to remind them half an hour before. What do you call them up in half an hour before the Zoom? What do you say? Hi, Dino, how are you? Dino, did I say 7:30 or 8 for that meeting tonight? 8. Oh, I thought it said 7:30. That's dead on. Are you on time for that? Great. Okay, I'll see you. Actually, Dino, do you mind if I give you a call once it's over? Yeah, just in case you have some question, I'll give you. Yeah, I'll give you a call once it's over. Yeah. He rambles on for about 40 minutes, something like that. But it's good. It's good. Take notes. Hey, go to a quiet place. Yeah. Yeah, turn off all distractions. Yeah, turn off social media. Watch it on a computer, will you? Okay, I'll call you when it's over. Bye. Did I mention Brian Benson, Finance, Morgan Stanley, Forbes Magazine, AI robots? No, I did an invitation. Anyway, you get these notifications coming in on Telegram on every transaction if you turn that on. At this point, I was qualified rank 8, and you can see below it says 79%. That means I get 79% of the $150. That's what it costs. It costs $249, but there's $150. Look, let's go back. It costs $249. There's $150 commission. Look over here. Referral bonus for sales is up to $150 on every $249. You got it? Right. So at rank 8, I was getting 79% of $150. But I was also getting 79% of the top-up fee. The top-up fee is 2.2%. So let me explain. My wife put on $1,000 to her card. It costs 2.2% to load your cryptocurrency from the bot into the card so you can go spend it. So my wife got $798. She put in $1,000. She got $978. Sorry. She put in $1,000. She got $978. Why? Because it costs $22 to convert and load it onto the card. But there's the top-up fee was $22 on $1,000. But look what I got. From the top-up fee, I got $1,738. Why? How much is 79% of $22, please?
79% times $22 is $17 and 38 cents.
So because I was rank 8, I get 79% of the top-up fee and 79% of the $150. How much is 79% of $150, please? So I got $118 for my wife to get a card. I got the commission, $118. And I got $70. And every time she goes shopping, I make money. Every time she gets her hair done, I make money. Every time she has a coffee with her friends, I make money. Every time she withdraws money from the ATM machine, I make money. Now, how many customers do you think would like a product like this? Very, very simple. Do you think you could find 3 customers this month that would like this card? A cryptocurrency card without any KYC. 3 customers in the whole month. Is that possible? Yes or no? What's the answer? Yes. Okay, you get 3 customers in November. Next question. If I give you $7,700, will you wait to the end of November, or when will you do it? I'm going to ask you again. If I give you $7,700, the moment you put on these 3 customers, when would you do it? Yesterday. Right answer. You see, without a goal and without a reward, without an entry and an exit, you won't do it. But if I said I'll give you $7,700 if you get me 3 customers with a card, you would do it today. You would do it tomorrow, wouldn't you? Well, let's say it took you the whole month to find 3 customers. Do you think if I offered those 3 customers $7,700 to get 3 customers each, they would do it in a month? They would do it in a day. But now you've got 12 customers using the card. And if those 9 people found 3 customers, you'd have 39 customers. And if those 27 found 3 customers, you'd have 81 more customers. And if the 81 people found 3 customers, you'd have 243. And if the 243 people found 3 customers each, because they were going to get $7,700 for these 3 customers, and they did it this week, let's say it took them the month of April, how many customers have you got? You've got 1,100 customers. Now, let's say we lose 10%. Let's say we lose 100 of your customers. One fell off the boat, and one got stuck in the chimney, and one was away feeding camels, and we lost 100 customers, and you ended up with 1,000 customers. Is that possible in 6 months with that model that I just shared with you? Is it possible to have 1,000 customers in 6 months from now? What's the answer? The answer is yes. How many of these customers did you find? 3. Why did you find them? Because I was giving you 7,700 one time only, wasn't I? So you found 3 customers for 7,700, didn't you? Yes, you did. And didn't they? So now you have 1,000 customers. What do you think a customer puts on a card a month to pay their bills? What would you need on your card? What would you need? Coffee tomorrow, coffee Saturday morning, groceries Friday afternoon, 200, 300. Would you spend $250 a week, 1,000 a month? Let's say it was 1,000 a month. Depends on where in the world, but let's say it was 1,000 a month. 1,000 customers spending 1,000 a month is $1 million. You've just created $1 million business with 3 customers. You got it? You've just created $1 million business with 3 customers. How much is the loading fee? Do you remember? 2.2%. So how much is the commission? $22,000. How much of it do you get? How much of the $22,000 do you get every time these people spend money? Well, it depends on your rank, doesn't it? If you're new, you get 35% of it. If you're the 2nd rank, you get 40. If you're the 3rd rank, if you're the 5th rank, you get 70% of it. In that example I showed you, I think I was getting 79%. But let's say you only got 70%. But there's a problem. What's the problem? Anybody work it out? These aren't all your customers. These 729 customers were introduced by these people here, not by you. So these people here get 35%. You get the difference. Now, let's say you go to rank 5 in the next 6 months. You're already Nova, you're Voyager, Vanguard, Vanguard Pro, Nexus, Oracle. Nova, Voyager, Vanguard, Vanguard Pro, Nexus. Nexus is the 5th rank. If you go to Nexus in the next 6 months, by the time you build this, you're getting 70% of your own customers who take the card and are your own customers that spend it, but you're getting the difference between 35 and 70 is 35%. Let's say you're getting 35% of the 22,000. You get 7,700, which I promised you, but you don't get it once. Next month, you get it again. Next month, you get it again. Next month, you get it again. If your customer base doesn't grow, you get it again, and you get it again. Now, we do not do multi-level marketing. This is not multi-level marketing. We don't do 7 levels. We don't do 10 levels. You get paid on volume, unlimited levels. I just brought this 6 levels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It doesn't stop. You get paid on these ones, and 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 these ones, as long as you have an overriding rank. This is a hypothetical model, guys, But this is one way to give yourself a goal and a structure and a plan of attack to go do it and create a residual income when people go shopping, when people pay for the car parking, when people go and have a coffee, when people withdraw money from the ATM, when people order their holidays. This is a product in itself. And we don't cover this in our presentations. It's just an overview. That's why I reserve this for training. So, ladies and gentlemen, the last thing I want to talk about is the shareholder bonus. We've touched on it. They take 3.175% from all of the trading profits of the EXI bot. Now, there's over 50 million trading. Think about that. At the moment, there's over 50 million trading. By the time you get to Oracle, do you think there's 100 million trading? They take 3.175% of the profit. That 100 million will double. The $10,000 account double in 4 months. That $50,000 profit will double to 100,000. 100 million. 3.175% is shared with the primes and the elites and the oracles. And our good friend Lee is now a mythos. He will share in 0.3%, 10% of it. He's sharing in 10% of all of the trading volume of all the customers worldwide, in his team, in his uplines team, in his crosslines team, in his strangers team, in Tom's team, if not he's part of his team. But of course, I'm sure Lee will make his way up to legend and get a bigger share and a bigger share and a bigger share. So that's something to drive for. That's something we don't cover on the Zooms. We don't cover that on the presentation. Here's Magnet got paid 3,200 bonus. All you do is click the shareholder bonus. And Mythos got 4,680 bonus just out of that share. And this is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.